This is Woodstock Academy Live. Today's game is brought to you by Bosquet's Appliances in Danielson and Willimantic, The O'Brien Group, a financial advisory practice of Ameriprise Financial Services, LLC, Girardi Insurance Services, and Oconchabar Productions, LLC.
Woodstock Academy. Ethan Davis marking the signal. She goes back to throw, looking down the field, tucks it, then throws, long forgets, throwing it, touchdown, Jackson gets! Touchdown, Jackson gets! He got behind the D. He beat Liam Pickett to the wall. On it is Odorsky. Odorsky got it off his back.
Could be a problem.
Did he get it? He got there first. He shoots and he scores! Brian Odorsky.
Now, for all the play-by-play action, here's Woodstock Academy Sports Information Director, Mark Allard.
And a good afternoon and welcome to the Bentley Athletic Complex here at Woodstock Academy as we have some boys soccer for you on this Monday. Mark Allard being joined again by the one and only Mr. Greg Smith.
The one and only.
The one and only
Thank
Mr.
goodness
Greg.
I'm the one and only.
Well, a lot of people have said that. No.
I know it.
The Woodstock Academy Centaurs taking on the Norwich Free Academy Wildcats. I know originally we were supposed to be doing the girls' game. That was the original game plan, but this is senior day for the Woodstock Academy boys soccer team, and we do try to do senior games as much as we possibly can, so we were happy to make the switch. I guess you could call us as changeable as the weather is today.
Oh, no kidding. It's bright and sunny, but there are some ugly clouds out there.
And those ugly clouds have been producing just, shall we say, a little bit of rain every now and again, and it's hard to tell when. Because when the sun comes out, it heats up the ground. The air kind of gets, it's cold up there.
Okay.
Here's
Stop
some meteorology, okay?
stuff.
Okay, so that's the reason why the rain has been bothering us. Under the tent we go, and here we are to broadcast a soccer game. The Woodstock Academy Centaurs coming in with a 2-9-1 record on the season. NFA is 7-4-1 coming in. It makes it pretty simple. You'll hear from Paul Reardon a little later on. The goal for the Woodstock Academy Centaurs right now can only be one thing.
Right.
You've got to win out to make the state tournament.
Absolutely. And, you know, I've been coaching in this situation before, and that's what you tell the guys. Today is the last day of the season. You've got to win everything from here on in. You dug the hole, and now it's time to fill it in.
Yeah, you got to find your way out, as the saying goes. So, Colin Singleton, how close are we to Senior Day festivities here? 1.5 minutes. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be back, and we'll have Senior Day here for you at Woodstock Academy right after this.
Well, here's the good friend.
I'll drink to that. Say, Ernie, still fooling around with magic?
Oh, yeah. In fact, I've got a great new trick I've been working on.
Ernie, not the watch and scarf trick.
It's the watch and scarf trick. Now, let me show you. Mel, give me your watch.
You're not going to make it disappear, are you?
Now, Sylvia, I need to borrow your silk scarf.
Be careful with it, Ernie. It's my mother's.
No problem. Now, I take Mel's watch, wrap it carefully in Sylvia's scarf, and then set fire to the scarf.
Ernie!
And poof! Uh-oh.
Look at my $2,500 watch.
Jeez.
My mother's scarf. That's the watch and scarf trick.
Let me show you how it's done.
Show me. Who's your insurance agent?
There's no trick to finding good insurance coverage. Just call Girardi Insurance Services for homeowners and automobile coverage that really covers. Our experience in designing comprehensive protection programs can be tremendously helpful in your planning for the future. You never know what's going to happen next, so know you're ready for whatever happens.
When they ask who's your insurance agent,
say Girardi Insurance Services, your independent agent.
we're the answer.
See them online at GirardiInsurance.com. Make your next night out a simply memorable one. The mansion at Bald Hill on Plain Hill Road in Woodstock has only you in mind. Your comfort is their mission, your pleasure is their goal, and your happiness is their reward. The mansion at Bald Hill is a historic landmark that has taken on a new life as a premier restaurant and an elegant bed and breakfast, residing in the quiet corner of northeastern Connecticut. With on-site catering and an upscale banquet center, the mansion is private and secluded, offering the perfect setting for a delicious meal, special getaway, or private event. The mansion at Bald Hill welcomes you and looks forward to your visit, whether it be for dinner, an overnight stay, or a weekend getaway for that special occasion. The mansion at Bald Hill on Plain Hill Road in Woodstock. Simply put, spectacular. Treat yourself. You deserve it. Call the mansion at Bald Hill at 860-974-3456. That's 860-974-3456. Or visit them on Facebook, Instagram, or Pinterest.
And we're back with you at Woodstock Academy's Bentley Athletic Complex. We're going to turn it upstairs to our Assistant Athletic Director, Colin Singleton, and our Senior Day festivities.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Bentley Sports Complex for today's soccer game featuring the Wildcats from Norwich Free Academy and your hometown Woodstock Academy Centaurs. Today marks Senior Day for the boys soccer team. At this time, we will be recognizing the seniors from both NFA and Woodstock Academy. First, from NFA, Griffin Chappell, Lewis Hawkins III, Logan Jenkins, Nathan Judge, John Lopez Schock, Jaden Perkins, and Eric Portillo. We would like to thank the Wildcat soccer players for always providing us with competitive and hard-fought games over the years. Best of luck to the NFA seniors the rest of the year and for years to come. We wish you the best in your future endeavors. And now for your Woodstock Academy seniors. Up first, Addison Timoke. Addison is escorted today by his parents Greg and Ann Timoke. Addison has played soccer for 4 years at Woodstock Academy, lettering 2 years, and is a captain this year in his senior year. Addison is also a member of the B Club. He is a unified sports partner for the basketball and track and field teams. He is a member of Scholar Athlete Honor Society, Spanish National Honor Society, Science National Honor Society, and the regular National Honor Society. Addison's favorite sports memory during his years at Woodstock was being able to be a captain of this team this year. Next year, Addison plans to attend college where he will major in business. Addison Timoke. Our last senior today, number 10, Hunter Haynes. Hunter is being escorted today by his parents, Christopher and Kristen Haynes. Hunter has played soccer for 3 years at Woodstock Academy, lettering this year. His favorite sports-related memory during his years at Woodstock Academy was beating Lyman 7-1 earlier this year. Next year, Hunter plans to enter the United States Marine Corps. Hunter Haynes, ladies and gentlemen. We would like to take a moment to thank the seniors for their dedication to the sport of soccer. Your hard work and dedication over the years has been appreciated, and the team play you have displayed has brought us the important lessons that can be learned from participating in team sports. You have made us proud, and you have made Woodstock Academy a better place. We wish you the best in your future endeavors. Thank you.
Colin Singleton and our Senior Day festivities here at the Bentley Athletic Complex. We'll be back with Paul Reardon, the head coach of the Centaurs, in just a moment.
Take it easy and enjoy world-class live music right here in the Quiet Corner. Eaglemania, the world's greatest Eagles tribute show, is coming to Luce Center for the Arts in Woodstock, Connecticut on October 20th. Live life in the fast lane and avoid the line. Get your tickets today on theluce.org.
really can't decide what it wants to do on this Monday, but that's okay. We've got some boys soccer for you as the Woodstock Academy Centaurs take on the Norwich Free Academy Wildcats. Head coach Paul Reardon of the Centaurs joining us on Senior Day. It's amazing how fast this always comes up, Paul, huh? Senior Day?
It's crazy, isn't it, already? And it'll be amazing how quick the presentation, you call it, goes today after having a few years of 11s and 13 seniors, with us only having the 2 today. It'll be, well, isn't it? So, real quick, yeah.
There's good and bad about that.
Yeah.
I mean, the good is, of course, you don't lose many for next year. The bad is, of course, you haven't had that senior leadership. A lot of it.
Yeah, and you know what, leadership-wise, you know, the underclassmen, because we've had, because of the numbers of lack of seniors this year, we've had what I'm calling a leadership group. So it's given a few of the underclassmen a bit of a taste of the responsibility and what we're looking for. So that's worked well. It's been interesting, but no, but it's, you know, that's definitely been a factor. I don't want to say inexperience, because some of the younger players are good experienced players, but certainly the physical side of it is, no, it hasn't helped.
No question.
Yeah.
Talk about your 2 seniors, Addison and Hunter.
Yeah, they've done great. Addison has been, how do I say it? So Addison's a great role model for players coming through behind him. I'm with him, because, you know, the start of last season, it doesn't sound good, but he spent a lot of time on the bench. But when he did come in, he impressed, and then by the end of the season, he was a starter. He could have easily had, you know, gone the other way and just been happy sitting on the bench, or sat on the bench and sulked. But his performances in practices, and then when he got minutes, was at 110%. Great example for anybody who comes in and doesn't get starting time straight away, that if you keep on working, you know, you can end up being a captain. So, no, it's great. And then Hunter, similar, started off the beginning of this season on the bench, and, you know, he got more playing time because of injuries that we picked up and suspensions. And come in, has done a phenomenal job. And, you know, he started the last few games and done great.
You know, obviously the task ahead of you is pretty simple. If you're going to make the state tournament, you got to win all 4.
Yeah, that's it. And you know what? I think the boys would rather be underdogs, so that suits. Like we actually played a good game against Norwich NFA last week. It only feels like last night. But it was a close game, and they got a couple of late goals that, you know, put it to, was it 5-2 or 4-2?
No, it's 5-2 final.
5-2. But we got it back to 3. We were 3-0 down. We got it back to 3-2. Boys were putting the fight up, and then we gave one of the big things in soccer, that the other team are never more dangerous than when you've just scored. And we give 2 goals away within a couple of minutes of scoring our goals. So it's, you know, if we learn from that, and like you say, it's for next season as well now, because for the most part we'll have a lot of the same boys. So it's all good lessons for next year.
It's all good lessons. And do you think, you know, you can bounce back from the game on Saturday? It was a tough one against Stonington.
Yeah, and against, you know, we had a couple of injuries and things didn't go well for us, but we battled back. Like we were well out of the game, but they never stopped fighting. We got a couple of goals back late on, and had a really good 10-15 minute period in the second half. But what got us the 2 goals, but they just, Stonington were too strong for us as a group, you know, depth wise. So yeah.
It happens.
Yeah,
There's no question. Well, best of luck today on Senior Day.
Thanks, man.
Paul Reardon, your head coach of the Woodstock Academy Centaurs, back with the beginnings of this one right after this.
Hi, this is Jeff Busquet.
And Kaylin Busquet of Steve Busquet's Appliance and TV, your hometown appliance store. We've been committed to providing the lowest prices and best customer service in the area for over 35 years, and we are excited to continue this tradition at our newest location, now open at 600 Main Street in Willimantic. We carry and service your favorite and most trusted brands of appliances, TVs, and furniture.
We know you've all heard about back orders in the appliance industry, but at Busquets, our salespeople can find you what you're looking for in stock and ready to be delivered. Amana washers and dryers are only $4.89 each. Whirlpool front-load washers and dryers are only $8.49 each and can handle a king-size comforter. Frigidaire 18-cubic-foot refrigerators are only $6.75. And just arriving, a new batch of Scratch and Dent appliances at our Willimantic store. Scratch and Dent are brand new with a full warranty. We have 18-cubic-foot refrigerators for $5.99. Side-by-side refrigerators start at $8.99. And remember, at Busquets, we service everything we sell and take a year to pay interest-free.
Check us out at one of our locations in Danielson and Willimantic or online at BusquetsAppliance.com. Pay more, what for?
Hey, and right now at Busquets Appliances, remember, you can get great deals on some great brands. 12-month special financing, all products, all brands right now. Frigidaire, 4-piece package, $2,946. Now, that includes the refrigerator, the microwave, the range, and the dishwasher. Don't tell my wife that, okay?
No, absolutely not.
Without that, you never know, as the saying goes. So right now, Colin Singleton is just announcing, starting the announcements, if you will, with about our sportsmanship and stuff like that. But we're going to be picking it up with the starting lineups as the Woodstock Academy Centaurs get ready to take on the NFA Wildcats here at the Bentley Athletic Complex. Again, the Centaurs coming in with a 2-9-1 record. The Wildcats coming in at 7-4-1. We're going to toss it up to Colin Singleton, our assistant athletic director, in today's starting lineups.
And now, let's meet today's starting lineups. First, for the visitors, the Wildcats of Norwich Free Academy. A senior midfielder, number 19, Griffin Chappell. A senior forward, number 11, Lewis Hawkins III. A senior defender, number 22, Logan Jenkins. A senior forward, number 17, Jaden Perkins. A senior midfielder, number 7, Eric Portillo. A junior defender, number 5, Jason Beauchamp. A junior defender, number 6, Cole Bray. A junior defender, number 11, Jordan Legace. A sophomore defender, number 20, Noel Curti Valentine. A freshman midfielder, number 8, Joshua Lavoie. And in goal for the Wildcats, number 99, a sophomore, Colton Hawkins. NFA is coached by Robert Briones, and he is assisted by Alec Cabezas, and the team is managed by Pablo Vasquez. And now, the starting lineup for your Centaurs. A senior defender, number 10, Hunter Haynes. A senior defender, number 8, Addison Timoke. A junior midfielder, number 4, Garrett Bushy. A junior midfielder, number 17, Sean Mugaga. A junior midfielder, number 5, Riley Wilcox. A junior defender, number 1, Matt Hernandez. A junior midfielder, number 15, Austin Byer. A sophomore midfielder, number 7, Zach Armbruster. A sophomore forward, number 2, Will St. John. A freshman forward, number 18, Matthew Jondro. And in goal for the Centaurs, the junior, number 40, Eli Susi. The Centaurs are coached by Paul Reardon, and he is assisted by Jason Teda. At this time, we ask that you please stand if you are able, remove your headwear, and direct your attention to the flag as we honor America with the singing of our national anthem by National Choir member and Woodstock Academy Hill singer Michael Susi.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the rampires we watch were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Michael Susi and our national anthem here at the Bentley Athletic Complex. And just as Michael started to sing, the rain has started to come down pretty heavily here at the Bentley Athletic Complex. It has been coming on and off, and it is back with us again, hopefully for a very brief period of time.
Caught me out from under the tent.
I know. You were getting a nice shower over there.
1 week, whether I need it or not.
And by the way, we did want to mention for Busquets Appliances, because we didn't come back right away, but 12-month special financing and all brands, all products right now at Busquets Appliances in Willimantic and Danielson, one of our many great sponsors who you hear throughout this broadcast and, of course, all season long here on Woodstock Academy Live. We are set to go.
You have to shop local. Ladies
Yes.
and gentlemen, you have to shop local and support these people who support our kids.
I absolutely agree with that and thoroughly endorse it, and I'm allowed to do so because
Yes, sir.
they're on our shows, so that's the way I look at it. Woodstock Academy coming out in their navy blue and gold uniforms on this senior day, while the NFA Wildcats come out in their white jerseys with the red trim.
Terrible color combination.
There's only one color combination in Greg
That is
Smith's
right.
life.
That is correct.
It is blue and gold, and
That's
there's
it.
no other things,
That's
okay?
it.
Let's just put it that way.
Yep.
So we are set to go. Are you ready? That means I only have one more question, Mr. Smith.
Yes, sir.
Are you ready for some soccer?
Yes, sir.
Let's do it. All right. Ready to go here. 40 minutes on the clock. Some high school soccer for you on this Monday afternoon. Settle back and sit in and enjoy in a nice warm house where you're dry. We'll be a little moist and cool down here. As the Centaurs booted out of their own end, knocked back in by the Wildcats. Right around mid is where they have the ball. The knocked back forward by the Centaurs. Picked up there. Will St. John had it briefly. Now back into the middle. Kicked away by the Wildcats. Hopping on that ball was Noel Curdy Valentin. Over on that far side is Lewis Hawkins III, one of the forwards for the Wildcats, bringing it down the left side, bringing it into the middle. Eli Susi comes out, knocks the
came
ball
out
away,
hard.
gets tied up. The ball gets kicked out, fortunately, and over to the far side it goes.
Susi came out like a shot on that one. There was no doubt that he was going after that ball.
And he went after it, and he knocked it away, and it was good because he went into a prone position, and there wasn't anybody else behind him.
Right.
But he was able to get rid of it. Let's put it that way. I don't know if I give it a shot, but I give it a save. Susi picks up that loose ball back in the backfield, and he'll boot it out. Well, he'll throw it out of there. Let's put it that way. A little underhand runner. Wildcats try to get in on it, and a header forward and then headed back the other way as Matt Hernandez was able to get his noggin on it. This is Sean Mugaga in the middle, back into the middle, kicked the other way by Jason Beauchamp, and back down to the Wildcats. Trying to get a runner up ahead, but there is nobody there, and going after it is Addison Timok. One of the seniors on this squad gets it forward to Garrett Bushy. Bushy back into the middle. Looking forward, trying to find anyway, Matt Jandro. He's had some pretty decent outings lately.
And they called him. There was a lot of clutching and grabbing going down that right sideline, and the Woodstock Academy player got called for it.
So the foul against the Centaurs means a free kick from about the NFA 35. Just underway here. These teams played only 4 days ago. It's on Thursday. Is that 4? 1, 2, 3? Just about 4 days ago. Had to double check what day we were on. But it was a 5-2 win for NFA. But while that may sound to be a little bit one-sided, it was literally 3-2 with about a couple minutes left in the game. And then all of a sudden, NFA scored 2 within 10 seconds. A little letdown, as Coach Reardon had alluded to. And that kind of created the final. The Wildcats try to kick it over to this near side and are successfully doing so to Griffin Chappell. Timok gets on the ball for the Centaurs. Knocked away by Chappell. It rolls out. It'll be a goal. Nope, they're going to say corner.
Yep.
First corner for the Wildcats.
Well, that's what the coaches that I always worked with, Chris Sheehan and Bob DeRico, 5 minutes. There was always a 5-minute rule. 5 minutes after every goal, 5 minutes after the start of the half, 5 minutes before the end of the game. That's the most dangerous times in soccer.
And you know what? They were right. Ball's right in front. Turn, shot, fire, goal for NFA. That one was Griffin Chappell, right in, or I should say Lewis Hawkins III, number 11. It came off the corner, shot right into the middle. Actually hit a few bodies first.
Clear it.
Yeah, they couldn't
couldn't clear it.
There was really no assist because it hit a few Centaurs first, and then it found its way into the net. And Eli Susi made the dive, but
he had no chance.
No chance at all. Back underway again quickly here as a 1-0 lead for NFA on the Lewis Hawkins goal off the corner. This ball bounces back down there again. Here's Hawkins again moving it downfield against Matt Hernandez. He makes the cut the corner with the right foot, then the left, sends it into the middle. Oh, tried to catch that far post and almost got it, to be honest.
Threw it right through the goal mouth, and there was nobody home. Another corner for NFA.
That was a far poster, too, and if it almost hit that far post. Pretty close, let's put it that way. Chasing after it will be Jean Lopez for NFA to take the corner for the Wildcats. That's 18 or is that 19? Is that Chappell out there? That might be Chappell.
Your eyes 19. Are better than mine.
18 and 19 are pretty close. You got that one little notch that isn't in there, so you kind of got to keep an eye on it. I think it's Chappell. Chappell boots it in, booted back out by the Centaurs as Zach Armbruster got a foot on it, and that one's gone for a long time.
Gone forever.
Find another of the ball, folks, because that one, I don't know if you're going to find it. To be absolutely honest. 5 minutes, or about 4 minutes, 10 seconds into this match. One of the last 4 for the Centaurs. Hard to believe we're already into that point of the season. Header bounced over to that 4 corner again. It will go to the back line, kept in. Chappell, there comes the ball up. Came flying in. Now we got 2 balls on the field. Well, that might be interesting. Take your choice of which ball you want, okay, folks? 2 balls on the field, and they decide to have a free kick out of there because it got a little confusing.
Well, Woodstock Academy had possession, so they'll maintain.
They'll boot it downfield. Mugaga in the middle. That back flip ended up on an NFA foot, but coming up is Garrett Bushy to take it. Bushy tried to send it forward, kicked back the other way by NFA. On that ball was Legassi for NFA. Back into the midfield, one flip back, ends up on a Centaur foot. Riley Wilcox sends it forward. Trying to get onto it quickly. NFA's defense is there to respond on Austin Byer. As the ball comes back around the 30 or so, almost was a handball. It bounced up, kept down. Matt Hernandez will try to work his way through the D and gives it up right down in front of us to Matt Jandro. Back over to Garrett Bushy, tried to one-time to Jandro. It is knocked out by NFA. Last touched by Curdy Valentin. But they got the throw in, huh?
No, it didn't go out.
Didn't go out.
Yellow
It stayed
line.
in. Oh, yellow line. What am I thinking? There's too many
sports
with too many lines is what it is.
Well, you
Look
got
for the flag,
football,
my
you
son.
got,
Yeah, football, field hockey, and soccer all
Right.
down below. Black is the field hockey, white is the football, yellow is the soccer. So once in a while you get a little confused. That ball is going to be called against Will St. John. I think it'll be a free kick for NFA. St. John called for pushing in the back. And from midfield, NFA will boot it down. Long kick. Booted downfield into the middle. That was Hawkins on the header. One time sent forward, up over the top. That might get your or my car. I just don't know which one. As Jenkins got a foot on that one. Not even close to a field goal attempt. A little wide on that one, off the right post.
I often wonder if these guys if they could step onto the football team.
A lot of people have from soccer. How many times have you seen that? Hawkins stopped that out by a goal kick out by Susie. Back around the 40. It's picked up right down below us by Jandro. Jandro into the middle, sent forward by Wilcox. Header by NFA goes backwards. This is Austin Byer on the ball. He's got a chance. Breaking on in, trying to slow it down. Curtails it. Tried to get it onto his right foot. Moves it back into the middle. NFA is able to kick it away. Looked a little dangerous, but Josh Lavoie stopped the whole mess by kicking it out.
It's nice to see Woodstock show some life on there after that early NFA goal.
They didn't seem really that impacted by it, but now you still have to think you're down one. That ball is going to go out over the far line. It will be a corner for Woodstock Academy, the first corner for the Centaurs.
And Matt Jandro goes over to take it.
Racing over there. Jandro will take the left footer here.
There's a name from Woodstock Academy past.
Yes. The boot comes into the middle. Matt Hernandez almost had a shot at it, but NFA, there's a boot right over the top by Zach Armbruster.
And that field goal was good.
That was good. That split the uprights. Unfortunately, it didn't hit under the crossbar, but it split the uprights. Goal kick out for NFA. Colton Hawkins, who wears the soccer-like number 99. Don't see many 99s, I guess, but in this case, we've got one.
J.J. Watt and NFA goalie.
Garrett Bushy on the header there for the Centaurs. Mugaga tried to get on the ball, interfered enough, almost got it over to Will St. John, and they're going to give the call against the Wildcats. So Mugaga will get a free kick right at about the 30.
And Mugaga tried to set it and get the free kick going, but NFA got in the way.
Mugaga boots it downfield, tries down a split for Hernandez, and coming up to get the ball was Hawkins.
Good thought on that.
Yeah.
But, the NFA goalie came out hard.
Well, he saw that guy. He saw I think it was Hernandez coming in, and he had no choice but to attack that ball and decided to do so and was able to keep it away. That ball is staying in, fortunately.
Now, 9 minutes ago, we had the national anthem, and it was pouring, and now the sun's out.
Figure it out. Changeable day. I mean, there was only supposed to be a 20% chance of rain. Well, guess what? It was 100% here. It's been raining most of the late morning and early afternoon. T-Moke is going to try to stop this one from getting over the yellow line this time, and he's going to get fouled by NFA as Griffin Chappell tripped him up. And Chappell's going to stand right in front of T-Moke, and they're going to back him off.
And the cheering you hear is from the Prep 1 and 2 teams that are sitting right in front of T-Moke.
T-Moke battles it down, and it's headed the other way by Jenkins. Right down below us is actually number 4 is Garrett Bushy right down in front of us, like I thought, and that's a foul against Bushy. So it will be NFA ball. Now, you got to figure they played, like we said, just 4 days ago. There's going to be some, they're going to know each other. It's going to could be a little chippier than normal. Although these two teams have that tendency anyway with each other.
Well, no love lost.
No, that's what I'm saying. Griffin Chappell boots it downfield. T-Moke looks that one go over his head. Susie has to reach up and grab that one. That was a save off a shot, let me tell you.
You look at the shadows, and he was looking dead into the sun on that free kick.
Mugaga was able to get some of his head on it at midfield. Ball comes over to the near side. Eric Portillo sends it back into the middle, headed the other way. Will be picked up by Timok. Timok bothered, taken off the ball by Chappell once again. Bushy on the ball. Tried to one-time back to Mugaga, back to Bushy. Over to Jandro on this near side, lost it on the back side of his foot.
Out.
Yep. It's one of those where you're trying to make things happen, and then you're like, oh, that thing went by me.
Like a wide receiver or running back.
Taking your eye off. Yeah, take your eye off the ball. Bushy trying to control. Knocked away by the Wildcats. Beauchamp back into the middle. To the near side, Griffin Chappell. Chappell, Timok. Luckily hit his back of his foot. Back into the middle, sent the other way by Hernandez. Be a throw in for NFA down on this near side. Yeah, sun's back out in force right now.
In force.
Of course, in about 3 seconds, it could start raining again. So, because as we said at the top, if you want the meteorological lesson, the sun heats up the ground, which creates the rain that comes down. That's just the way it is. Ball bounces into the middle. There's another one of those high kicks saved by Susi. This time off the foot of Jaden Perkins, I do believe, was out there. It was actually number 7, Portillo, who got the foot on that one. Third save for Susi. Hawkins has not been challenged. He had one he came out on a free kick, but really has not had a shot taken on him yet. This ball is down the far side.
St. John has got some wheels.
He does.
And if NFA is not careful, he's going to bust one down that right side.
Armbruster will throw it in from the far side to St. John. Ball is knocked away by NFA, sent back in by Beyer. That one will go out, and they're going to say it will stay with, it should be a corner because it last touched NFA.
Yeah.
So the corner, this will be the second for the Centaurs of the half, will be taken by Zach Armbruster. Just about 12 and a half minutes into this one, 1-0 to score. NFA on top of Woodstock Academy on a goal by Lewis Hawkins III. A senior on this NFA team. I guess a senior on senior day. Unfortunately, it's the wrong senior for us. Armbruster boots it in the middle. That's a header by NFA. Back into the middle. Headed back the other way. It's still in the box. Sent in. And it will bounce around, and Hawkins will pick it up. Again, that one I give Austin Beyer a shot, but you really don't give a save because the ball actually hit a few people, and then Hawkins was easily able to pick it up. Timok back into the mid, picked up there by Portillo. Portillo up ahead.
He's got some room.
And some wheels. And going down was Lewis Hawkins. Will they give him a foul?
Yeah, they're giving him a corner.
They're giving corner, okay. That's one of those tough ones because guess what? He was in the box.
Oh, yeah.
So if he would have given a foul
there. It was a slide tackle. He got ball before he got person. So.
Thankfully. Corner. This is Chappell, sends it in. Looking for Jenkins. A header. Taken away by Timo just in front of Hawkins.
Yep.
That had dangerous written all over it. Beyer on the counter. And it's taken away by NFA as the defender was able to get in front of Beyer. Kind of took away the Mo. And the two of them battle along that far sideline as Kierty Valentin is able to kick it out. It'll be a throw-in for the Centaurs.
Beyer showed a lot of grit on that run.
This one's sent in by Armbruster. Off of an NFA player, booted kind of a side kick. Mugaga is able to knock it down, but it's picked up by the Wildcats. Right down in front of us is Hawkins this time. Hawkins and Beyer, or I should say Bushy, came together. The ball came loose. Timok is going to give it to Susi. The bad thing about that is you're looking in the sun. Portillo was coming down the middle. It went to him. Fortunately knocked away. Bushy to Mugaga. Mugaga back over to that far side. Picked up by Will St. John. Knocked away by NFA. St. John back on the ball, is knocked off the ball. Coming flying in was Riley Wilcox. Up ahead. Hawkins came out of the ball. Oh, offside. Hawkins came out. He was vulnerable.
They kicked it. We didn't kick that ball.
And Beyer was ruled offside.
I thought NFA played that back. Let's get the instant replay.
You might want it on that one.
Mr. Sanford's next to us. Can we ask for it now?
Yeah, why not? There's coming out with Susi. He collides with his own player.
Well, it was pushed.
And was pushed into his own player, apparently. So apparently we have a free kick going the other way and a chat
It
is
wouldn't
that
surprise
17
me
out there?
if we see a card in the not too distant future.
I know.
on
It's
one
getting a
of these teams.
little chippy.
Yeah.
Jaden Perkins is the person being talked to, number 17, over on that far side. He may be the one who ran into the Woodstock player who pushed him into the Woodstock keep.
Yeah.
And that's basically the way it works. So Matt Hernandez now has the free kick from just inside the 10. Hernandez boots it downfield, past mid. Picked up there by the Centaurs. Austin Byer tried to one-time it forward. Hawkins coming all the way out. St. John had the ball. The ball is loose. And there could be no call.
Down.
St. John was taken out by the keeper. And we're going to get a stoppage of the clock. Wow.
You saw that coming. You saw
did.
the keeper coming out. You saw St. John barreling down. St. John got foot on it first, so the keeper got him.
Yep.
It was a legit play.
St. John's still on the ground as he took a pretty hard hit. Paul Reardon going out to check.
And here comes the training staff.
So while they come on out, well, let's see they may want to call them over. Nope, I think they're going to get him up. They're going to get him up. They say he's okay. May have just got the wind knocked out of him or kicked in the ankle or something to that effect. Doesn't look like it's anything. Well, maybe
he's
not.
Going back down.
Yep, so he's going to go back down. We're going to take a break. We'll be back with more from the Bentley Athletic Complex in just
When it comes to financial planning, one size fits all isn't a fit at all. Ask the O'Brien Group, a financial advisory practice of Ameriprise Financial Services, about the exclusive Confident Retirement Approach. It's a personalized, flexible, step-by-step approach towards financial balance, so you can feel confident about the future as well as your wants and needs of today. With the Confident Retirement Approach and a one-on-one relationship with an advisor, the O'Brien Group will help you live life and save for tomorrow in a way that's right for you. It's what financial balance is all about. So call me, Pat O'Brien, today at 860-208-9913. My office is conveniently located above the Shopper's Guide in downtown Putnam, Connecticut at 66 Main Street.
The Confident Retirement Approach is not a guarantee of future financial results. Investment advisory products and services are made available through Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated, a registered investment advisor.
So off the field went Will St. John in the cart.
They haven't replaced him yet.
No, they haven't. And admittedly, Coach Paul Reardon was talking to the officials.
Both of the officials.
Yes, and for good reason, I
got
think.
an earful.
That was a tight call, or a tight no call, I should say, because they allow it.
Him.
And so now the boot out by Hawkins back into midfield. 24 minutes to go here. A 1-0 lead for NFA. But it's been a physical game.
Brandon Fillion came on for St. John.
They're going to call an offside against Woodstock Academy once again, as getting ahead was Matt Jandro of the defense. Still the call I hate the most in soccer, but that's just me. I think there'd be a lot more offense if you took away the offside. Personal opinion.
Defenses are so good at the offside trap.
Yeah.
They move up to try and lure you into attacking, and then you get called for offside.
Mugaga had it at midfield, trying to work with Armbruster. The ball is kicked by NFA down the far side. This is Jenkins on the ball. Jenkins trying to find some way, or Perkins, I should say, on the ball.
Good D by Hunter Haynes.
Armbruster. Saw that one go out. It'll be NFA throw-in on the far side. Ball comes into Hawkins, goes out off of Woodstock Academy. It'll be NFA ball back. So Hawkins will get a throw-in once again.
And that'll be all you hear from the prep teams because they're headed back to South Campus for dinner.
Back for dinner, huh?
Yep.
When do we get dinner?
Oh,
I know.
Much later.
Much later. Ball's kicked in. That's knocked away by Matt Hernandez, picked up by the Wildcats. Portillo gets it over to Jenkins. Jenkins down to the near side. Chappell on the ball. And now the wind kicks up as well. That's not fun. Matt Jandro on the ball. And that was knocked away by Jenkins, picked up by Garrett Bushy to the far side, tried to change field. NFA had wanted no part of it. Portillo picks up the ball. Portillo, a little further back. Now they send it forward to Hawkins, who has the only goal today. Over to Perkins. Hawkins on the run. Susie comes out. The ball gets knocked away. It's still loose. Hawkins still has it. One time's in front. Oh, booted over the top by NFA. As getting a foot on that was Caden Joseph, I think was it's Portillo, number 7, who had that shot, and he had a wide open net. And that's one of those, as you walk away, you say, oh, why me?
Can I have that back?
Yeah, can we try that one more time? Little repeat, if you will. Goal kick out for the Centaurs. But the Centaurs can, that was a sigh of relief.
Yes, it was.
Because Hawkins did the right thing. He kept the ball and tossed it over the top of Susie, who's on the ground, to his open teammate. It was a perfectly unselfish play. Timok to midfield. Sent back in by Jenkins. Mugaga picks it up for Woodstock Academy. Jandro, one times to Bayer, up ahead. Do they have it? Another offside call. That
Bayer
one you could
just
predict.
A little bit offside.
You could predict that one. That one was
about
accurate.
Stride and a half.
Yep. Austin Bayer well up in front of the defense, and they tried to get the through ball. They got the through ball. Unfortunately, he was well ahead. Ball is booted downfield by NFA. Over on that far side is Perkins. Perkins keeps it along that far side. Do believe that is Josh Wuchik who is out there right now. This is on the ball is Jenkins. Back to Wuchik. Or is that number 5? That's Beauchamp. That's my bad. No, that's actually number 6, isn't it? Cole Bray on that far side. Picked up by Perkins. Back into the middle. They found Portillo again. Portillo to Chappell. Chappell tried to one time through. Timok did a nice job of getting in the middle. There'll be a throw-in for NFA. Chappell will come over.
In that end of the field, you just want to get a touch.
That's it. No, we got some clouds coming back in. Why do I think it's going to be raining again pretty soon?
Yeah.
Or as Chris Sanford happened to mention, it might snow.
Yep.
I don't know about that, but I don't think it's that temperature yet. But I'll tell you, we're getting there.
I think Portillo went out. He's a little nicked up. He was limping to the sideline.
Okay. Long throw in by NFA. Header is to the right side of the net and Susie. So that'll be a goal kick out for Woodstock Academy. Just one shot for the Centaurs so far, 6 for NFA. Hernandez with the goal kick for the Centaurs. Boots it into the middle. Picked up there by Armbruster on that far side. Oof, little pushing and shoving, but no call.
Anybody that thinks this is not a contact sport has never played it.
Come here.
Yep.
That ball will go out. It'll be a Woodstock Academy ball. Throw in for Riley Wilcox. Over on that far side. Over halfway through this first half of play. That ball will be booted back to Hawkins by Valentin. Back up the field. Picked up there by the Centaurs. So as on it was Riley Wilcox, who sent it downfield, and Hawkins is going to race over there and get there before Hunter Haynes does.
Now you see Woodstock, who's just a little bit gun-shy, getting called for the offside.
Yeah.
They're not attacking like they were earlier.
Because you do get that way where,
Absolutely.
like, well, it's going to get called back anyway. Hunter Haynes was on that ball, got it over to Wilcox. However, NFA picks up possession, I should say. To this near side is Jason Beauchamp. Beauchamp won. Oh, nice play by Hawkins. One time behind him. He was looking over there for Guerrero, and Guerrero could not get to the ball before Eli Susi did. Nice little backflip, though.
Yep.
This is Bushy on the ball. Tries to kick it forward and does. Onto Jandro's foot. Jandro over on that far side. Bayer is in the middle now. Here it comes. Mugaga's there as well. The ball gets away from Hawkins. Everybody going after it. Kicked out corner. Woodstock Academy.
And Mugaga's down. I think that's just frustration.
I think so.
He's getting up.
Yeah, that was one of those. I think he was trying to hold. There was a little holding call on the keeper, but I'm not going to say that was a bad strategy because you're trying your best to do everything.
That was necessary.
Yes. Jandro will have the boot here from the corner. And boots it in, and a header by NFA. Unfortunate. That gets it out of the penalty area. On to Riley Wilcox's foot. Over to this near side. That was Garrett Bushy on the ball. Bushy one times forward. And do we have another offside? We have another offside call. This is what on Jandro, way over on the far side. You're right.
NFA coach Robert Briones does a very good job at getting his defense to play as a unit. And when that happens, they all step forward at the same time, and you're offside.
And remember, Briones is also an official.
Yeah.
So he kind of has the idea of what the officials are going to call. He works with them often, let's put it that way. So that's kind of the thought process here. At least I think he's still an official. He used to be for a long time. I'm thinking that is still the case.
A lot of college games.
Oh, yeah. And he does do some high school. This will be a throw-in for Curdy Valentin. Valentin to try to get it to Chappell. Header by Timok. That was Jenkins on the ball. Right down in front of us is Guerrero. Chappell had it taken away by the Centaurs. Nice job there by Brandon Fillion, who's into the game for Woodstock Academy. Taken away by Chappell again. Mugaga gets in on the play. Mugaga tried to one time and could not, as Remington Walsh was in there for NFA. Lots of new names, obviously, when you're halfway through the first half of play. Kicked forward by Riley Wilcox, trying to get it to Jondro. Byers there with him. Jondro has to pull up. Jondro tries to retain and does. Works over on that far side. Got it back to Armbruster and is booted into the woods. That'll be a throw-in over on that far side. It will not be a throw-in of the same ball that went out, however.
We'll see that one in a couple of years.
Yeah, maybe somebody will be brave enough to go down there and get it. So a throw-in on the far side for the Centaurs. I think that's Armbruster who's going to do so and does. Centaurs trying to retain. Wilcox fighting for it. Gets it. Down went Perkins on the ball. And it will be a throw-in for NFA.
Sub coming in for NFA. That's why the whistle.
Few of those, we'll see those quite often. Now, again, when we're coming to the end, of course, of the season, the regular season, basically it ends next week. For the most part, I think everything's done by the 28th, next Saturday. This ball is in the middle of the field for Woodstock Academy, taken away from Bray, and it'll be sent back out the other from Bayer, sent back out the other way. Timok trying to get it at midfield, does so. Bushy, one times to Fillion. Fillion back over to Bushy. Bushy brings it back into the middle. Bushy with the right foot forward. Mugaga on the ball. Mugaga tries to give it back out. Gets it over to Hunter Haynes on that far side. Now Armbruster. Mugaga's chasing after it, but nobody else is because that ball's going to roll over the end line. It'll be a goal kick out for the Wildcats.
Well,
not only that, the offside calls and everything else.
NFA was dominating possession early in this game, led to their goal. But since then, Woodstock has really gained possession. They're owning the midfield.
They're going to stop the clock.
You got
a player down on the far
NFA
side.
player.
Yeah, and NFA, I think that is Curdy Valentin. No, Curdy Valentin is right there. Can't pick up the number right now, but they gets up and kind of limps his way along here. Looks like an ankle issue of some kind, yeah. Is that 23? Jordan Legassi? I think that's what the number is, who will be helped off the field and checked out by our athletic trainer. And who do they have? They have the sub ready to go, I think. I guess he's already in. Well, there's two at the sideline right now. I guess they've already subbed out, so they're ready to go. Here's the boot by Hawkins. Back to midfield. Header there by the Centaurs. Another header by the Centaurs. Booted by Guerrero right into the face of Garrett Bushy. Picked up by Timok. Timok
nice
to the near
ball.
side. Mugaga chasing this one down. He's got Fillion with him. Tries to get it back into the middle. Mugaga dribbles it through. Garrett Bushy picks it up. Bushy one times to Timok. Right down below us. Bushy on the ball again. Bushy with the right foot sends it back into the middle. Hunter Haynes on the ball. Hunter Haynes sends it downfield. Riley Wilcox picks it up for the Centaurs. Knocked away. It will go out. It will be a throw-in for NFA on that far side. Beauchamp will do so for the Wildcats. Getting into the foot of Josh Lavoie. Back into the midfield. Portillo, who's back into the game. Over on the far side. Beauchamp turns and just lets it rip.
Oh, my.
And Eli Susi will come out to get it before the oncoming Griffin Chappell was able to get there. That was close to being an offside call anyway. This is Fillion, who's knocked off the ball. Gets it back. Two players on him. Coming out with it is Hawkins. One-times it to Chappell. Knocked away by Hernandez. Saves it, but it'll be picked up by the Wildcats as Beauchamp sends it into the middle to Portillo. That one was dangerous as well, but got kicked away. Sent back in by Guerrero. One-times it forward. Knocked away by the Centaurs back into midfield. Picked up there by Byer. Over to Jandro. Jandro's got a chance here. Fires. Save by Hawkins. And
there's another chance.
Yeah, if he can get a foot back on it. This is Byer, or I should say Bushy, who picks it up, kicks it into the D. Straight up in the air. Ball is loose. Philly, and now Bushy picks it up. And here comes the NFA D once again.
Tio.
This ball is booted back to the middle. Timok kicked away by NFA. That was a second shot by Woodstock Academy. They're the first save, however, by Hawkins. Ball on that far side. This is Riley Wilcox against Portillo. Kicks it to the far side to Armbruster. Armbruster along the line. Picked up there by Lavoie. Knocked back around and back to midfield by the Wildcats. That was Joseph on the ball. Back into the midfield. Mugaga picks up the loose ball. Kind of hit the top of the ball. Unfortunate because it ended up on an NFA foot.
Mugaga looking for a call. Just looked at the referee pleadingly, but didn't get it.
Didn't get it. Hawkins, one time through to Portillo, knocked away by the Centaurs D. Fillion knocked away by Griffin Chappell, picked up by Hawkins, back into the middle of the field, one-times it forward. Portillo launched it, but it hit Hernandez, I think, was the player who got hit by that one. We'll have to turn around and see the number. Might have been Armbruster, actually, but we'll double-check it.
Yeah.
Bushy with the ball, knocked away from him. And it was Armbruster who got that shot by Portillo, the most of it anyway. Chappell, one time forward. Hawkins breaks through. Susi comes out. Hawkins one-times it over him to the back line, sends it across the goal mouth, and what a save by Susi. That ball was headed back in, and it was off the far post, if you will, for the Wildcats, as Joseph had a header on it off the Hawkins, who sent it the other way. So I guess you give Susi, I don't know if you have a save there.
No save.
But you do have a shot. Actually, you probably two. Hawkins had one in Caden Joseph, did they not?
Yes.
Okay. Just thinking in my head there. I know Caden Joseph had a header, but Susi picked it up on the other side of the net. Bushy with the ball. This is Fillion who was knocked away. The ball is knocked away from him. Back to midfield, where it is picked up by Hernandez. Sends it downfield, knocked away before it could get to Byer. Bushy one-times forward. Fillion with the right foot. Back over to Bushy. Back to Fillion, and he runs right into Beauchamp.
Come on, blow the whistle.
Yeah, they're not doing a lot of that. Along the near side, ball goes out. It'll be a throw-in for NFA. Yeah, they're not blowing a lot of whistles.
Obstruct.
So throw-in right down below us for Beauchamp.
Other than offsides.
Yeah.
They're good at that.
Well, they're good at the offside call. And that's one you don't see called very often with two officials. Hawkins sends it forward. This is Joseph over on that left or far side, as I call it. Back into the middle. Looking for some help. The Wildcats have to toss it back to Guerrero. Mugaga got in the way. Guerrero may have tripped him up. Mugaga says, don't I get a call? And the answer is no.
And assistant coach Tata is absolutely incensed.
Apoplectic over there. How does that?
Apoplectic. Good SAT word.
Throw it out there.
Byer just got taken out.
Yep. And he's down on the ground. And now a stoppage of play because of the fact that the player down on the far side.
For the third time.
Yep. They'll help him up, but because the clock is stopped, he's going to have to go off, I do believe. Austin Byer is the man was down. He's running over here. I guess they're going to allow him to stay on the field. Okay.
Apparently.
Yep. So they'll boot the ball back and forth here. Right around mid. Beauchamp will pick up the ball. Over to Hawkins. To the near side. This is Chappell. Back over to Hawkins. Bushy battling him, and I mean battling him.
Oh, come
Bushy
on.
Bushy went down, and they had to be on the other side to make the call. Nobody on this side was making that call. And it really was the near side official's call. This is Bushy with the ball. Tripped up as he went through. Yeah, going the other way. Unlucky. Was that what the call was?
That's a new one for me.
Unlucky. I got to look that one up. Timok on the ball for the Centaurs on the free kick. Downfield, kicked the other way by Jenkins. Portillo for NFA to Guerrero. Guerrero into the middle. Hawkins. Picked up by Chappell. Knocked away by the Woodstock Academy D. Riley Wilcox on the ball. Sends it long down the opposite side of the field. Hawkins probably will let this one go out. Oh, why not? We'll just go and capture it. Then he'll pick it up, waste a little time. As he did have, I think that was Jandro down there with him. So Hawkins will boot it out. 7.5 to play.
Good ball.
Hernandez using Hawkins with a little leverage. Ball's kicked out of there, kicked back in by the Centaurs. Portillo picks it up for NFA. One time's over on the other side. Joseph tried to get it back to Portillo. Hunter Haynes got in the middle of that one. Knocked away, and they'll call it against the Wildcats. So a free kick for the Centaurs on that far side. Might be a throw-in. I don't know if it just went out or if it was a free kick. Looks like a free kick.
They called a push.
Yep. Just so deep in the Centaur territory. And the boot comes out to midfield. Booted back the other way by NFA. Header by Haynes. Joseph. Joseph keeps the ball. Caden Joseph sends it in. Eli Susi comes out to get it. Not a shot. That was more of a cross to Hawkins.
I got to tell you, Mark, playing on turf, that ball takes off, and Susi is so good at coming out of his net to meet any aggression by NFA.
Both goalies are pretty aggressive in that regard. They'll come out. Ball goes out. It'll be a throw-in for Fillion right down below us.
Yeah,
and that might have been
illegal.
Yeah, it's an illegal throw.
You have to take it over your head.
Correct. Yep, no question. So it'll be a throw-in for NFA. Beauchamp will do so. And waiting for a sub to come on first as Chappell goes out, gets a little rest. The sun is actually, it dives down so fast below the horizon, doesn't it, these days?
But I imagine Eli Susi will be very happy he doesn't have to battle it in the second half.
That is true. That's Beauchamp on the ball. Tried to get it back to Jenkins. And now Valentin gets in on the play. Portillo against Fillion. Portillo wins that one briefly. Send it over to the near side. Was hoping he had some help over there. Did not. Ball goes out last touch.
No.
They're gonna. That did hit off of an NFA player. Woodstock never touched it. Beauchamp on the throw-in. T-Moke on the other side, however. Boots it into the midfield. Valentin.
And that was a handball.
Yeah, it was. Right off the knee onto the hand. Beauchamp, Guerrero, Portillo. They do pass pretty well.
Yes.
Hawkins. Back over to Beauchamp, picked up by T-Moke. Beauchamp gets in the way of that one. Little quick flick to Hawkins. Portillo loses it out, but it'll be a throw-in for NFA. Portillo back to Beauchamp. Riley Wilcox
Nice
up ahead
ball
to
Bush.
Garrett Bushy. Bushy trying to run his way through the D, coming up from behind.
There he
Was
goes.
Portillo. Bushy still has the ball. Bushy tries to get it into the penalty area, knocked away, shot saved by Hawkins. And the Wildcats will kick it out. It'll be a throw-in for Woodstock Academy.
What a great run by Bush.
It was. Started back here at the 40. Ended in the inside the penalty area. That one's picked up by the Wildcats, then the Centaurs. Hernandez came up from D to take that one. Beauchamp breaks it up. Hawkins to Portillo. Far side to Joseph. Hunter Haynes going to get the call against him. Be a free kick for the Wildcats back around the 35. 3.5 to play here at the Bentley Athletic Complex, where the leaves are a-changing. Well, actually, have changed for the most part.
Or are gone in some of these
In
trees.
some cases, yeah.
Been a very odd summer.
Yeah.
Been a very odd fall.
It's been a very wet summer, very, very wet fall. I think they're talking about more rain this weekend. Just what we need, a rainy weekend. Haven't had one of those in a while.
No.
So coming on for the Centaurs.
Owen Rigney?
Yep, Owen Rigney coming on and going out Timoke, Addison Timoke.
And my guess is Rigney can throw the ball a little ways.
Yep, I would agree with that. Ball is picked up in the air. It's Mugaga who finally settled it briefly. Guerrero ended up on it. Mugaga got it back. Mugaga tries to one-time forward. Valentin has got two Centaurs on his backside, and it'll be kicked back to Hawkins. Probably the best move when you had Bushy and Byer chasing. I'm sure you could hear the footsteps from behind. And a call by the official. And they stopped the clock.
He kicked it back to the goalie. Oh, what did you?
He kicked it back.
He can't kick it back to the goalie. You can't kick it to the goalie.
You can if the goalie kicks it back the other way.
But the goalie retrieved it. He
Right.
caught it.
Right. You can't. You're not supposed to do that. No, that is not the case. You can't. He's supposed to be able to kick it. You know, if you
can't play it with your foot to a goalie.
Right.
To your own goalie.
So, I don't know. We've had some interesting calls here so far along the line.
Say the least.
That was Jenkins on the ball, sends it over to the near side. Owen Rigney trying to track it down. It goes out to be a throw-in for Woodstock Academy. Well, just like they had a call in the girls' game over the weekend where it was an indirect kick call. And I think it was Freya Robbie sent it in, and it hit the goalie and went into the net, and they ruled it because it was indirect. And, well, someone has to touch it first. The goalie touched it. That's actually a shot and a save from midfield. Valentin sent it all the way downfield, and that one saved by Eli Susi. Came right to him. One of the easier saves that Eli's had to make today. He's had 4 on the afternoon already. Ball goes out on the far side. It'll stay with Woodstock Academy. Final minute. Actually, it's a free kick over on the far side. Riley Wilcox boots it forward. Matt Jandro on the ball. Back to Wilcox. Knocked away by Portillo. NFA trying to get that ball back. Portillo trying to control and does. Midfield. Owen Rigney. Went past the Wildcats' Manrique, who's in the game. DiStefano Manrique. Is that an offside again?
Yes, it was.
Yep, that's what I thought. I didn't even have to look up. I just had to guess. Had to be an offside call. So a free kick for Hawkins back at his own 25.
15 seconds. It should just about do it.
Yeah, this should run it out. Although don't let your guard down, as the saying goes. Fillion trying to get out of it, back over to midfield. Beauchamp boots it forward, off of Fillion, tries to control, knocked away, and that will end our first half of play here at the Bentley Athletic Complex on the campus of Woodstock Academy. NFA leads the Woodstock Academy Centaurs by the score of 1-0. We'll be back with more in just a moment.
Here's the good friend.
I'll drink to that. Say, Ernie, still fooling around with magic?
Oh, yeah. In fact, I've got a great new trick I've been working on.
Ernie, not the watch and scarf trick.
It's the watch and scarf trick. Now, let me show you. Mel, give me your watch.
You're not going to make it disappear, are you?
Now, Sylvia, I need to borrow your silk scarf.
Be careful with it, Ernie. It's my mother's.
No problem. Now, I take Mel's watch, wrap it carefully in Sylvia's scarf, and then set fire to the scarf.
Ernie!
And poof! Uh-oh.
Look at my $2,500 watch.
Jeez.
My mother's scarf. That's the watch and scarf trick.
Let me show you how it's done.
Show me. Who's your insurance agent?
There's no trick to finding good insurance coverage. Just call Girardi Insurance Services for homeowners and automobile coverage that really covers. Our experience in designing comprehensive protection programs can be tremendously helpful in your planning for the future. You never know what's going to happen next, so know you're ready for whatever happens.
When they ask who's your insurance agent,
say Girardi Insurance Services, your independent agent.
We're the answer.
See them online at GirardiInsurance.com.
Creating
art is a different skill set as opposed to the world of academia. It serves as a kind of playground for creativity that not only provides diversity in my life, but is also something I can then use to progress my other studies. Although one of my greatest joys is acquiring knowledge through my studies, it becomes easier to feel like a machine. Art, creating, brings back the humanity in society. It is a kind of communication that is internationally understood. My name is Maya Fraga. I'm a senior from Woodstock, and I am Woodstock Academy. For more information where you can spend your next 4 years, please visit woodstockacademy.org/future-centaurs.
When it comes to financial planning, one size fits all isn't a fit at all. Ask the O'Brien Group, a financial advisory practice of Ameriprise Financial Services, about the exclusive Confident Retirement approach. It's a personalized, flexible, step-by-step approach towards financial balance, so you can feel confident about the future as well as your wants and needs of today. With the Confident Retirement approach and a one-on-one relationship with an advisor, the O'Brien Group will help you live life and save for tomorrow in a way that's right for you. It's what financial balance is all about. So call me, Pat O'Brien, today at 860-208-9913. My office is conveniently located above the Shopper's Guide in downtown Putnam, Connecticut at 66 Main Street.
The Confident Retirement approach is not a guarantee of future financial results. Investment advisory products and services are made available through Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated, a registered investment advisor.
And we're back with you at Woodstock Academy's Bentley Athletic Complex. A 1-0 lead for NFA over the Woodstock Academy Centaurs boys soccer for you on this Monday. We also have a girls soccer game going on, you know.
Yes,
right behind us. We have against Wethersfield, and right now the Woodstock Academy Centaurs lead that game 1-0 over, I think that's the Eagles, Wethersfield?
Yes.
I think it is. So Leah Costa just scored for the Centaurs.
Who else?
What's that?
Who else?
Yeah,
Leah's
who else?
Been doing a little bit of scoring.
Well,
this
that's
year.
9 goals in 6 games.
Yeah.
So that's a lot of goals. Let's
Yeah.
put it that way. So scored for the Centaurs at the 2017 mark of the first half. So that's a nice little lead for the Centaurs.
So, Miss Lauren Churchill,
Yes.
one of our wonderful music teachers, asked us to announce that the Connecticut American School Band Directors Association Honor Band Festival, we had some winners. Emily Smock on the bassoon, Kaylee Murray, the clarinet, Cameron McNally also on the clarinet, Olivia Dahl on the flute, Amelia Costa on the oboe, Joaquin Fraga on the trombone, and Emma Costa on the trombone. Congratulations to them all.
Congratulations to them all. There's no question about that. And by the way, over the weekend, the Woodstock Academy of Alumni Athletic Hall of Fame, you got to get all these words out here, it had its induction ceremony. We do that every 2 years.
I heard something about that.
You heard something about that? Did you really?
Yeah.
Well, that's because standing to my right is one of, and you know what? I'm even going to do it this way. Standing to my right, there he is, one of the newest members of the Woodstock Academy Alumni Athletic Hall of Fame, and that is Mr. Greg Smith. Congratulations.
I am a member of a team, the 2012-2013 state championship basketball team that I was very fortunate to coach, was selected for induction into the Hall of Fame, and it was a very special day.
Very special day. There's no question about it. I was very happy to be able to join you on that one as well. It was just
Well, you
so
were there
special.
when it happened.
I was there when it happened. Yeah, I was. I'm old too.
Yeah.
But it was such a special occasion with the basketball team. Dave Greer, of course, was inducted as well. Baseball, basketball. I think that's what he did here, was baseball and basketball.
I never knew that Coach Greer had pitched for 3 years at University of Virginia.
Pretty cool, huh?
Yeah.
He did have a background. There's no question about that. Dr. Jerry Cooper was inducted as well, and Frank Converse.
And the Converses, of course, I had 2 on that championship team. I had grandchildren on that team, but I've coached sons, grandsons, and now I've commentated on great-grandchildren
You're right.
playing here at Woodstock Academy, seeing the Converses all together. And I said that to Patsy, Frank's wife. I said to her, what a magnificent legacy that you have created. You have made something very, very special in northeastern Connecticut, in all of Connecticut. That's the Converse name is one of those families. You go around here and you see family names like that have just changed athletics, and the Converse family has.
And every school seems to have one or two of those families that are directly attributed to the school. There's no question about that. And by the way, we should just update while we can here that the fact that unfortunately we no longer hold the lead on the girls' contest.
We had to say something.
Yeah, 1-1 with 4:23 left in the first half on 1-1 deadlock over on the grass field behind us, which if I turn my webcam back on and flip the camera back a little bit, could probably watch that game as well. We're in halftime, 1-0 in favor of NFA over the Woodstock Academy Centaurs. We'll be back with more from the Bentley Athletic Complex in just a moment.
Make your next night out a simply memorable one. The mansion at Bald Hill on Plain Hill Road in Woodstock has only you in mind. Your comfort is their mission, your pleasure is their goal, and your happiness is their reward. The mansion at Bald Hill is a historic landmark that has taken on a new life as a premier restaurant and an elegant bed and breakfast, residing in the quiet corner of northeastern Connecticut. With on-site catering and an upscale banquet center, the mansion is private and secluded, offering the perfect setting for a delicious meal, special getaway, or private event. The mansion at Bald Hill welcomes you and looks forward to your visit, whether it be for dinner, an overnight stay, or a weekend getaway for that special occasion. The mansion at Bald Hill on Plain Hill Road in Woodstock. Simply put, spectacular. Treat yourself. You deserve it. Call the mansion at Bald Hill at 860-974-3456. That's 860-974-3456. Or visit them on Facebook, Instagram, or Pinterest.
Hi, this is Jeff Busquet.
And Kaylin Busquet of Steve Busquet's Appliance and TV, your hometown appliance store. We've been committed to providing the lowest prices and best customer service in the area for over 35 years, and we are excited to continue this tradition at our newest location, now open at 600 Main Street in Willimantic. We carry and service your favorite and most trusted brands of appliances, TVs, and furniture.
We know you've all heard about back orders in the appliance industry, but at Busquets, our salespeople can find you what you're looking for in stock and ready to be delivered. Amana washers and dryers are only $4.89 each. Whirlpool front-load washers and dryers are only $8.49 each and can handle a king-size comforter. Frigidaire 18 cubic foot refrigerators are only $6.75. And just arriving, a new batch of Scratch and Dent appliances at our Willimantic store. Scratch and Dent are brand new with a full warranty. We have 18 cubic foot refrigerators for $5.99. Side-by-side refrigerators start at $8.99. And remember, at Busquets, we service everything we sell and take a year to pay interest-free.
Check us out at one of our locations in Danielson and Willimantic or online at busquetsappliance.com. Pay more, what for?
And by the way, this is something I need, by the way, Greg.
Yes, sir.
This is what they have. How about a 28-inch Pet Pro top load washer?
Nice.
Yeah, it's not bad. $799. Filter removes 5 times more pet hair. Kind of interesting. I never knew there was such a thing, but that's okay. And guess what? If you've got a washer like that, you better have a dryer, right?
Have to have a dryer.
How about the Pet Pro dryer with an extra large lint trap to trap loads of pet hair? So if you have pets like I do, $799 will get you one of those Pet Pros.
Nice.
Kind of like that. I think that's pretty cool.
I have a pit bull named Maggie who sheds everywhere.
You see, my dogs are fortunately short hair, but I did have a cat. That wasn't good because she used to shed everywhere. But fortunately, I have a Chiweenie. Ever hear of a Chiweenie?
Don't even start with me. You know I can't say what I'm thinking right
I know
now.
you cannot, but a Chiweenie is a Chihuahua Dachshund.
Okay.
Okay?
All right.
You accept that?
I can accept it, but you know I want to say something that by FCC regulations
probably would not be allowed to say, okay?
No.
And I told my class that, and they just looked at me quizzically, and I said, it's honest, it's true, and this is actually what they call it. So what can I tell you? So anyway, we have a fresh 40 minutes. Okay, enough of the dog stories. Let's get on to a game here. 40 minutes left here in the second half as we get ready to go. 1-0. The only goal came from Lewis Hawkins, and it came early. And I just realized I didn't write the time down, but I think it was in the first 3 minutes.
Yes.
So it was
just under 3, I believe.
Yeah, I think you're right. So and it happened quick, and that's where it's been. 1-0.
And even though both sides have had some chances,
they have.
Really nothing sustained. while NFA looked very good very early, Woodstock really put the pressure on later in the first half.
Right now, NFA has the advantage in shots, 9-3. Eli Susi has 4 saves. Colton Hawkins has a couple. Both teams have had 3 corners in this match so far. Now, again, the key here for Woodstock Academy is if you want to make the state tournament this year, you got to win.
You have to put the ball in the net twice.
Your back is against the wall at this point. If
Right.
you do not win, you're looking at finishing up the 3 games. That's what it comes down to. Boot by NFA goes backwards to Jenkins. Over on the far side, that was Beauchamp. Looked for Portillo, could not find him. The Centaurs pick it up in the middle of the field. That was Garrett Bushy. Boots it back to Matt Hernandez as they try to restart from the back. Knocked away from Hunter Haynes. It's over the top of the head of Jenkins, or I should say of Perkins. Back in front to midfield. Picked up there by Jenkins. To Hawkins, to Portillo. Up ahead quickly, and the ball bounces off of Owen Rigney. It's picked up by Eli Susi, who rolls it forward. Over on that far side for the Centaurs was Trevor Gold, who's into the game, one of the younger ones, just a sophomore. Be a free kick. Apparently, no one seeing how Trevor Gold is coming off limping. I guess there was a little meeting of the feet on that far side.
And if Mr. and Mrs. Gold aren't at the game today, he's a lovely student.
There you go. Header that went by Susi and back. It'll be a goal kick out. Jenkins was the player. Got the header on the ball for NFA.
Sun shining and it's raining again.
You're kidding.
No.
Where's the rainbow? Right there.
There is.
There is a rainbow.
There is.
I asked for a rainbow. It was great. It was right there. John Rigney just pointed out. It's right there. Well, I'm under a tent. I can't see that. But that's cool.
So the pot of gold is in Thompson.
Yeah, or Quinnebog or Webster, somewhere in that. Or unless you go the other way, I don't know if it's on the other side as well.
Nope.
Ball went by. Eli Seuss actually went. They have to get another ball out because it went out, is what it was. I'm more concerned about rainbows right now. Here's a throw in by NFA, picked up by Hawkins, sent back to Hawkins. Hawkins working down that far side as he tries to center the ball just a little bit. Got it over to Chappell. Knocked away from him, but is picked up by NFA in the middle of the field. This is Jenkins. Jenkins over to Lavoie. Knocked away from him, or by Cole Bray, I should say. What's that?
1-1 half.
Oh, 1-1 half. Thank you very much.
Oh, that's a good ball.
That's up ahead. Here comes Fillion. Fillion with the ball. Hawkins knocked it away, tried to dive on it, could not get it. The ball's still loose. Fillion over on the far side, and Fillion manages to control it. Just a lot of dangerous, but nothing really came out of it. Now picked up by the Centaurs back into the middle. Picked up here, almost taken away by Austin, by Byer.
Well,
and forward it goes. Actually, it was Jandro who got in there, Down below us. That was Perkins. Knocked down is Bray. Picked up by Armbruster. Armbruster between two Wildcats. If there's not a call there will never be a call.
They're getting a card.
I think so. Yeah, yellow card against NFA.
I think it's on number 5.
Yep. Or actually maybe is that Bray going out? No one's going out yet. Was that actually number 8, Josh Lavoie?
5.
5 is going out. That would be Jason Beauchamp, who's got the yellow card. And a free kick for the Centaurs. Dangerous spot.
Yeah, let's
just
see
about
what
30 out.
Do.
Garrett Bushy.
Even though it's drizzling right now, it's right into the sun.
They go a little set play, and they didn't get a sub in.
Didn't get a sub.
They wanted a sub. So they're going to redo it. Well, actually, that's to the Centaurs' benefit because it really, it was going down the far side. I don't know how much would develop out of that.
Told them to go.
I know. Well, they got a yard out of it, so it's only 29 out instead. They sent it into the middle, headed out by NFA. Yep, unfortunate. They get it past Mugaga by Portillo. Up ahead, trying to get it onto the foot of Hawkins. Hawkins versus Hernandez. Chappell got into the play. Chappell wins that battle. Pushes ahead to Hawkins. Haynes comes into play. Hawkins knew he couldn't go much further because the offside would have come into play. It goes out. It'll be a throw-in for Woodstock Academy. Now a chat between those guys. I think the officials at half decided that that's it.
Yeah.
We're not going to allow any more chippiness.
So.
As Greg Smith leaned out, you had to get a picture of that,
I had
huh?
to get a picture. It's
That's
nice.
pretty
it's
nice.
a good one.
I had to get a picture yesterday on the golf course of an eagle
Oh,
literally
yeah.
flying feet above us. That was pretty cool. Haven't seen one that close ever.
Quintessent?
Yep. Be a free kick on that far side for NFA. It's actually a picture on my phone. Maybe I'll show it to you one of these times we get a break, which doesn't happen in soccer. Header back the other way by Woodstock Academy. Mugaga got it out of there, taken away from Bushy by Perkins. That one by Jenkins. On to Portillo. Portillo fires. Susi dives and makes the save.
He gobbled that up.
Yep. So the boot out by Susi at midfield.
Nice job by Bushy.
This is Bushy trying to keep his he managed to get around Josh Lavoie, sent it in. Hawkins comes out. Will get there before Jandro does.
Just a little too close.
Yep.
Yeah.
There's another rainbow, double rainbow.
Yep.
Wow, cool. Everybody's more concerned about the rainbows. Down below us, that was Bushy getting into contact with Remington Walsh. And it will be Woodstock Academy ball. The call going against the Wildcats. Armbruster right down below us. Armbruster boots it into the middle, headed out by Valentin, picked up by Portillo. Hawkins out in front. Armbruster got in the way, gets it over to Walsh, however, as Hawkins was able to stay on the ball. Here comes the rain. Now you know why you got rainbows. And then a call will go against the Centaurs. Be a free kick for the Wildcats. This one from about 35 out.
This is getting ugly.
Yep, and there's a lot of chatting going on right now.
There's going to be a lot of pushing and shoving.
And a lot of yellows.
Yep.
That'll be the next thing that comes out because the officials are going to have to get it under control.
But the other end of that rainbow's in Putnam.
I don't think you go looking for a pot.
Not in Putnam.
Not in Putnam. Griffin Chapel on the free kick, boots it in.
Problem.
Knocked away by NFA.
Offside.
Offside, NFA.
Well, we know that guy can call it offside.
He's very good
He's
at that
very
call. Armbruster with the ball, sends it downfield. Valentin turned on it. Mugaga could not get it over to Bushy. Be a throw in down below us for Perkins. Into Hawkins. Hawkins, the only goal so far today in the first 3 minutes of the contest. Be a free kick, or actually a throw in for the Wildcats.
No, free kick.
Are they going to go free kick? And we got another yellow.
And
this one,
Armbruster got a yellow.
Armbruster gets it. So the Wildcats had one previous. Now Armbruster gets one for the Centaurs. Trying to contain things, I think, is what it comes down to.
And Armbruster needs to jog off the field because time is of the essence.
Yeah,
here.
that's the other thing. You got to remember that you're down by a goal right now, and the clock is running. So it'll be a free kick for the Wildcats. They're about 40 yards out. Boot is in, headed out by the Centaurs. Beyer back at midfield, trying to get to midfield anyway, will accomplish that. Knocked down by Valentin.
That was a nice slide tackle
It
by
was.
Valentin.
Up ahead to Rigney, was the first man to get a foot on it. Back to midfield looking for Bushy.
Well, Bushy just got hacked at by three Wildcats.
There's a lot of white jerseys around him right now. Bushy right down below us, still being bothered by two Wildcats. It finally goes out, and it will go be Woodstock Academy ball. Right down below us, the throw in, but do we have a sub coming in or something?
No, he came up too far.
No, that's what the problem was. So we do have the girls' soccer game.
It's on the ground. They said it's a free kick.
Oh, okay. So girls' soccer is at halftime right now, 1-1 between the Centaurs and Wethersfield. And the rain is coming down pretty good right now, to be absolutely honest. So the ball is back further. They're trying to figure out exactly where the ball is supposed to be, I think. And they give him the free kick. Forward. Back over to Hernandez.
Yeah.
And knocked away. Back deep. Owen Rigney has to pick that one up. Sends it back to his keep. Susie boots it out. Onto the foot, however, of Portillo. Chappell had it knocked away. Picked up there by the Centaurs again. Back into the middle by Will St. John, who's back into the game. Now the defense for NFA has to retrieve. Kicked over to Hawkins. Hawkins will boot it on out. Had that little question in the first half as to what he did there. That time it was pretty clean. Portillo with the ball. Portillo to Chappell. Up ahead to Hawkins. Hawkins got around the D. Little pushing and shoving. And they're going to give the call again.
Hawkins.
Yeah, against Hawkins. So it'll be a free kick for the Centaurs going out. The boot is out by the Centaurs. Headed the other way by NFA. Rigney on the ball. That went off of Chappell, so it should be a throw-in for the Centaurs. We are going to try to have another broadcast for you on Friday. We think it'll happen. We're working on it. Woodstock Academy Volleyball taking on Hartford SMSA, Sports Medical Sciences Academy. That one at 5:30 from the Alumni Fieldhouse. And also coming up for you on Saturday, we've got football. Woodstock Academy taking on the New London Whalers, noontime, right here at the Bentley Athletic Complex. That one might be a little wet from what I understand. Hawkins up ahead to Chappell. Chappell, one-time shot, Susie. Capable and on the mark with the save. Jumped in front of that one. Bushy sends it downfield. That will roll out, be a throw-in for the Wildcats.
That was a good thought by Bushy. He tried to send Magaga down the right-hand sideline, but just went out of bounds.
The throw-in came into Hawkins, but I heard a whistle, and I think they're going to have the throw-in has to be further upfield is what the ruling is. So they're going to make him rethrow it. They get it in this time to Jenkins, knocked away and sent back in by Riley Wilcox. Matt Jandro comes out on the ball, but so does Hawkins. The two collide.
He slipped.
Might be another call.
No, he slipped.
They're going to go over and mention it and chat a little. I do not think any card is going to come out.
No, he slipped.
So it will be a free kick for Hawkins, the keeper.
You saw Jandro try and hold up. His knees buckled, and he fell into the keeper.
So no card.
Good job by the referee not calling that.
Correct. They did give a free kick, but that was all. Booted out, be picked up there by, right down below us is Perkins. One times it back to Hawkins. Hawkins going to boot it out of there and does. The other Hawkins on the other side. Did not get a header on it. Hit off the backside of Rigney's head. And they'll kick it back to Susie. Susie will boot it the other way quickly. Back into the midfield area. Portillo working with Jenkins. Ball sent forward.
That's onside.
And coming out is Hawkins, and he will retrieve that one before Beyer could get a foot on it. Hawkins is an aggressive goalie.
Yes, he is.
That can sometimes be costly as much as helpful. The Centaurs just haven't been able to take advantage of it. Rigney with the header.
Now he can retrieve that.
Because it's not off the foot.
Correct.
So the boot away by Susie. Booted back the other way by Jenkins. Remington Walsh collides with Hunter Haynes, and it'll go against Walsh. It'll be a throw-in for the Centaurs down this near side, or will it be a free kick?
Free kick.
Yep, they're going to give a kick. 27 minutes left to go in regulation. Well, unfortunately, it's good that they're trying to, Hunter Haynes is trying to move it up a little, but by the same token, you're wasting a lot of time.
The referee is telling him move forward and then tells him move back.
Yeah, pick a spot, folks. That was Lavoie. That was Riley Wilcox. Beyer chasing after it. Out comes Hawkins. So did not get anything there. That time, you're right, there was no whistle.
Shanked it.
Yeah, ball is in the middle of the field. Header headed the other way by Hawkins, and we're going to get a call against Woodstock Academy. Yep. This will be a free kick for the Wildcats right about the 45. And taking it will be Logan Jenkins. Well, maybe not. Remington Walsh instead. Actually, Griffin Chappell instead. 19, not number 9.
Remington Walsh and Griffin Chappell are just great literary names.
Seems to work, doesn't it?
their parents should win an award.
There's the boot downfield. Did not get to Hawkins. Hawkins and Susie collide.
No problem with that.
Nope.
I see no problem with that.
It's technically a shot and a save, as Susie did get to the ball before Hawkins did, but Hawkins came in going for the ball and not going for the goalie.
That went out,
That did.
unfortunately.
It'll be a throw-in on that far side. Yeah, they had a head of steam going on that far side. Good counter for the Centaurs. Got nullified by an out-of-bounds call. This is Mugaga. One time forward to Byer.
No.
And they're going to give the call this time.
No.
How many offside calls? Is that 4?
More than that.
Somewhere in the ballpark, yeah.
There's one on NFA.
And I think there's 4 or 5 on the Centaurs in that ballpark. Because I think there were 3 in the first half. Ball is booted by Valentin back toward midfield, headed the other way. Valentin's going to get another chance, bodies up on it, and then boots it downfield. Rigney chasing after it. Tried to control it and settle it. He and Hawkins battling for it. They give it back to Portillo. Portillo trying to find some room in traffic. Turns it to the left foot, back over to the right foot, and kicks it over to Jenkins. Looking for Perkins, taken away by Garrett Bushy, trying to get by the 2 of them. Bushy along this near side. Bushy one time forward, tried to get it to Fillion. Fillion had the ball knocked away. It will roll out. And who was it off of?
Woodstock Academy.
Woodstock Academy throw in?
No, it'll be an NF. Oh, yes.
Yeah, Woodstock Academy throw in. No, maybe not.
NFA. I knew I saw that arm up.
Yep. I couldn't tell. There were a few bodies between me and the call. So it'll be a throw in for NFA. They get it into Valentin. Back over to Perkins. Knocked away by Jandro. Try to get over to Bushy and does. Bushy's trying to work through 3 white jerseys. There's a lot of white jerseys around Bushy all the time. Hunter Haynes kicked it right into Portillo. Picked up by the Wildcats. Chapo boots it the other way. Downfield it rolls. Eli Susi would track it down.
And with 23 minutes left, NFA's strategy is to just boot it long and waste some time.
Try to run onto it if you can. That was Jenkins with the header. Well, they tried to get it over to Remington Walsh. Centaurs had other ideas. Hunter Haynes on the ball to Bushy. Remington Walsh got that foot in it. Hawkins to Portillo. Portillo tries to bring it to the corner, trying to turn on it from there. Slows it down, sends it to Hawkins. Hawkins, a little give and go maybe. No, right in the middle, but there was nobody to cross it to. Booted out briefly. Fillion lost it. Portillo has it off of a Centaur player, and Susi will pick it up. That ball, a little rebound off of a Centaur player. Forced Susi to pick it up. Centaurs have not had a shot on goal in this half. And we're 18 minutes in. There's been a lot of that. Where, you got the break-in coming this time from Jandro, and Hawkins is able to just boot it away or pick it up before the Centaurs get there. Over on that far side is Byer. Byer trying to turn on it. He's looking for a crossing. Blair Valentin almost let it go through. Now he does let it go through, and Hawkins is forced to boot it on out of there. I don't think Valentin really knew where Hawkins was.
No. That was a really good change of pace by Byer.
Yeah. So Timok will come back in for Mugaga. Be a throw-in for the Centaurs down below. Senior day here for Woodstock Academy. Timok, one of those who was honored, along with Hunter Haynes prior to the contest. Valentin battling with Jandro. And you're going to call on Jandro, yeah. So it'll be a free kick for the Wildcats from there. And Hawkins will take it, the keeper, Colton Hawkins. And the boot back to midfield. Riley Wilcox got his foot on it. Right down below us is Hunter Haynes. It will roll out. Who last? I think it was off an NFA player, and they aren't going to give it to Woodstock Academy. I think it hit the foot of an NFA player right down below us. Well, actually, they're going to give him a free kick.
Yeah.
Whoa, okay, a little push. So Bushy from 50 out.
Logan Jenkins had the whole handful of a Woodstock player.
Oh, okay. Bushy looking for something. I don't know exactly. He's looking to his left, and he gives it to his middle. And then back over to Bushy from Riley Wilcox. Bushy trying to create. Back into the middle to Wilcox. Sends it to Timok. Timok back outside to Hernandez. One time Rigney into the middle, knocked away by Walsh. Header by Hawkins. Went the other way, however. Byer for the Centaurs. And the fight goes on over on the far side.
Byers tried to turn. That's a Woodstock throw.
Yep, ball got knocked out. Rigney can't control, and Hawkins gets the ball. Halfway through the second half, up ahead, looking for Remington Walsh. He's got Perkins trailing him. Now Perkins goes in front. Perkins right along the end line. He's got one play back timed it to himself. One time they're going to say it went over the end line and will be a goal kick out. He was running out of real estate over there. Let's put it that way.
And now every time the ball goes out of bounds or over the end line, we're going to see substitutes.
Oh, I wouldn't doubt that at all. With a 1-0 lead. Now, of course, in the last 5 minutes, the clock will stop in that regard. If the winning team starts to substitute. So a goal kick out for the Centaurs. They get it over Hunter Haynes. And that's picked up by Hawkins. Not a lot of offensive players. Now they get a few more bodies down there.
No call.
No call, even though Hawkins went down. The battle now with Guerrero. Guerrero from NFA trying to keep it and does not. But Bushy cannot get onto it before an NFA player does. Now he gets it. Bushy with Caden Joseph chasing him down. Bushy trying to get back into the middle of the field. Gets it over to Timok. Up ahead, they tried to get it to Fillion. Knocked away, picked up by, down goes an NFA player. No call. Yes, there is a call. So it will be a free kick out for the Wildcats. And Hawkins will take it. Well, guess what? We got another update from girls soccer. And Woodstock Academy has a 2-1 lead over Wethersfield. That'd be a nice win to pick up if they can beat Wethersfield today. So Hawkins will kick it out of there. Boots it downfield. Owen Rigney on the ball. Back towards midfield. Riley Wilcox taken away by Hawkins.
That's a dangerous ball.
Yeah, they're turning on it. They send it in. It's off of Susie and into the back of the net. So NFA scores on that one. That was it Portillo, number 7, I do believe. Number 7 who got that one.
That way.
Yep. Because he came along that far side, just hit it in, and unfortunately went off of Susie's hands and found the back of the net. For a 2-0 lead for NFA with 17:57 left to go. So Centaurs right now really have their backs against the wall. Down by 2 goals. Okay, you were a coach. What do you tell them now?
Well, unfortunately in soccer, you don't get a chance to tell them.
Nothing to talk about. You can't talk.
I mean, you can yell encouragement, you can yell some instructions, but having that conversation like you can have in basketball doesn't happen.
This ball is down to Armbruster. Wildcats trying to come in and take it. It rolls out, and it will be a throw-in for Woodstock Academy. This ball is right down below. Garrett Bushy got it over to Nate Fosher, who's in the game. First time I've seen Nate today. Ball kicked out by Valentin, or kicked up in the air by Valentin. Armbruster got a head on it. Jandro comes on over.
Woodstock throw. Now this is when I wish Woodstock had somebody like Eaton, Brian Eaton.
Yeah.
You remember Brian Eaton's throw-ins?
Oh, they were long.
They were long. He could do the flip throw.
Not many do that anymore.
No.
A lost art, as I like to call it. Ball's over on the 25.
That's off.
Oh, the keeper is out there. The ball is loose, and the NFA Wildcats came over and booted it up in the air and got it out of there in time for Hawkins to recover.
And that's a shot from
And a save.
From Trevor Gould.
That's the first shot of this second half for the Centaurs. And as I said, 2-1 in favor of Woodstock Academy over Wethersfield. Isabella Selmecki scored 4 minutes and 20 seconds into the second half. Make it 3-1. As Leah Costa just scored for a second time today. And for a 10th time in 6 games. I'm adding them up in my head as I go along.
You can do that number thing.
Yeah, you kind of figure it out as you go along. Used to it by now. 15:55 left to go here in this regulation time. 2-0 lead for NFA. Ball goes down and be knocked into the woods almost. Well, it may stay in. It did.
It did.
Should be a throw-in on that far side. So a throw-in for the Centaurs. Ball came into the middle, kicked up and over the top of the crossbar.
That was Gould again.
Yep, Trevor Gould just trying to send it back in there and put it up and over the crossbar this time. Owns both of the shots here in the second half for the Centaurs. And it'll be a free kick out for Colton Hawkins. In the boot, downfield it goes. Picked up there by Hernandez. Jenkins tried to turn on it. Ball is sent deep in, and they're going to let that one just roll your boat right down to the end line if you can. But Hawkins decides to pick it up. Jandro bumped him a little bit of dramatics by Hawkins. So Hawkins will be having a free kick.
Now Hawkins with this left foot, he's got a pretty good foot.
Back to midfield. Guerrero. Sent in NFA, trying to get over the top to Hawkins. You're not going to see a lot of NFA rushes, I don't think, at this point.
No.
Not with a 2-0 lead and just 14 minutes to play. They'll be content to just, if they can, run out the clock with a 2-0 win.
I've seen enough of Robert Briones soccer to know that this is going to be ball control for the rest of the way.
Back into the middle.
Steal.
And the ball dribbles up ahead. Valentin will let it go and let Hawkins kick it. He'll kick it out of bounds. So it'll be a throw-in for the Centaurs on the far side.
With 13:40 left in this game. The throw comes in from Rigney.
And it will be over to, knocked away from the Centaurs. NFA says they should have a throw-in, and they're going to get it. Going back a little bit on that one, backpedaling. Throw in for the Wildcats. So 3-1 for the girls on the other side, 2-0 NFA here on the boys' side. And just under 13 minutes left to play in regulation. They have over 20 minutes left to play because they started a little bit later, about 4:15 or so. We got going right about 4:05.
Wethersfield's got a long way to travel.
Well, not horrible, but still you got to drive through Hartford to get there and such. Near Hartford anyway. This is Joseph. Back over to Perkins. Perkins into the middle. Guerrero. One times it ahead and knocked away by Matt Hernandez using the header. Jenkins came flying in. That ball was going to go out. It'll be a throw-in for Woodstock Academy. Right down below us. Nate Fosher to Garrett Bushy. Knocked away by Joseph. Hernandez will have to track this one down and does. Boots it back to midfield one time, back the other way. Armbruster picked up by Valentin. Armbruster has that one go off his foot and go the wrong way. Picked up by Portillo. Portillo over on that far side now, one time back, picked up by the Wildcats. Back into the middle. The Centaurs tried to get it back with Riley Wilcox and could not. It goes out. This is a typical Centaur game for the year. They've only had 2 games where they've lost by 3 or more goals. And those were against Granby and then again against Stonington.
First game of the year, right?
Yeah, first game of the year. And then
the last game.
The last game of the year against Stonington. Saturday's score was not a good one for the Centaurs by any stretch. And again, I think that's, as Paul Reardon said at the top, it was just they outmuscled us, to put it nicely. Ball is kicked downfield by Hawkins. Joseph trying to get to it, trying to get around Hernandez, who's doing his nice job of being a block in the middle there, waiting for Armbruster to come over. Armbruster was able to spin around, but kept in by Lavoie. Sent back into the middle of the field. One time back by Trevor Gold, picked up, however, by Jenkins. Kicks it forward to Hawkins, who kind of just tossed it forward to Eli Susi. Yeah, it's a shot. Yeah, it's a save, but was it dangerous? No. Booted forward. Hawkins will pick that one up. Yep. And Hawkins will go down to the ground, waste 10 seconds or so. Anything you can do to waste clock right now is good for the Wildcats. Up by 2 with 10.5 to play. A strong header by the Centaurs. They're going to have to kick it back to Hawkins. Oh, Valentin says, I'm just going to kick it to the side and let them throw it in from there. Jandro chasing back after that one. Jandro sends it in. Armbruster picked it up and knocked away by the Wildcats. There'll be another throw in for the Centaurs. Jandro down below.
10 minutes left in this game.
Actually turned it over to Armbruster and gave it over to Nate Fosher. Fosher almost had the ball knocked away by Joseph. The Wildcats trying to shove it up ahead to Hawkins. Hernandez is there with him. Hernandez boots it out. Be a throw in for the Wildcats. Yeah, you're going to see a little wasting time.
Yep.
As Perkins says, yeah, I'll get to it. Just give me a moment or two.
They're in no rush.
Nope. So Perkins will throw it in. They get it in. And it's Riley Wilcox for the Centaurs against Caden Joseph. Little pushing and shoving. It'll go against the Wildcats. Be a free kick out for the Centaurs.
And then NFA just kicks it down.
Oh, boy. Booted downfield. You can get called for delay of game on something like that. Bushy came together with Perkins, yep. And so now it should be a free kick for the Centaurs right around midfield. Armbruster will take it.
Riley Wilcox.
Calling for it. And the Wildcats got in the middle of that.
A little long.
Ooh, little trip. I think, to be honest, Hernandez did not see Hawkins' foot.
No.
But they did call it. The free kick didn't matter much. It's picked up by the Wildcats right down below us. Perkins had it knocked out. It'll be a throw-in for Perkins right down below. And then they're just trying to determine who's going to get the ball. And not in any real hurry to figure that one out.
Nope.
And we have now 4-1 in favor of the Centaurs.
Nice.
That's a little bit of a surprise, to be absolutely honest. A 4-1 lead, but a win there qualifies the girls for the state tournament. They needed a win or a tie. It would have been, anything would have been fine in the last 5 games. Well, they may get it today, as Kendall McCormick scored for the Centaurs, giving Woodstock Academy a 4-1 lead. This is Jandro, who tried to turn on it. Picked up there by the Centaurs, sent down to the near side. It'll be a throw-in for Woodstock Academy. Here, the Centaurs need a little bit of help. Ball is booted out. Be a throw-in for Woodstock. And the throw-in long, again, headed out. Is this an NFA throw? Yes.
Yes, it is. 7 minutes and 20 seconds left on the clock.
Ball is headed by Riley Wilcox. Got it over to Jandro. Ball is sent back to Hawkins, who just leaps up in the air in front of Austin Byer and put it away. So it'll be a punt out for Hawkins.
Hernandez heads it up. little touch by Timok. And NFA is just going to hold the ball here midfield,
if
pass
possible.
it around. Played it back to their goalie, waste another 15 seconds or so.
You ever try to tweet fast?
No.
Don't try. You
I don't-
can't spell anything right.
I don't tweet. Now that it's called X, I might. No, I won't.
That's true. It is X now, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm Xing.
Yeah. We haven't come up with a verb yet.
I don't know what that means, but whatever. I only know I got to do it every so often. There we go. Got that done. Okay, now we get back to play-by-play with 6 minutes left to go. Throw in for the Wildcats along the near side for Perkins.
And Perkins is a master of wasting time.
Isn't he, though? Yeah, there's a throw in. That would be Hernandez, and Susi comes flying, sliding out to get the ball. Okay, stop wasting time, he's saying, for good reason.
Right.
I mean, you're down by 2. You got 5.5 to play. You got to get something done. Bayer, unfortunately, that ball went deep into the stands, so it'll be another throw in for NFA. Right down below us. Caden Joseph rolls it over to Perkins. Of course. Perkins like, I'm in the right spot.
Yeah.
I'll get there. Okay. Oops. That's an illegal throw.
That's an illegal throw.
If I ever saw an illegal throw. Ball did not go over the head. Okay, that one goes out. It'll be a throw in for Woodstock Academy.
And the NFA fans are in no rush to get the ball.
No, of course not.
Look, they're going to just leave
okay,
it
we
there.
got to walk around the fence post here. That must be a Woodstock Academy parent because he's rushing to get the ball. You can always tell the difference.
Yep.
Armbruster throws it on in. Ball is knocked away. Out of bounds it goes. It'll be another throw in for the Centaurs. Jandro on it. And that one goes out. It'll be another throw for the Centaurs.
4:42 left.
Got to get something here. Got to get something moving. Bayer tries to. That ball was knocked away from behind, and they're going to give the call against the Centaurs. It'll be a free kick for the Wildcats. Yep. And Bayer's asking, why did I get called for that? Or why didn't I was getting pushed in the back or something to that effect. But in reality, the whole thing is just let him put the ball down and kick it. Because it's the less time taken. Ball boots downfield. Fosher watches Joseph. Hernandez comes over and gets it. Ends up on the foot of Hawkins. Reverses field a bit. Changes its direction. Portillo was over there. Portillo goes down on the play. It'll be a free kick for the Wildcats from there, right at about the 25-yard line. So about, actually we'll make it the 33, 43 yards out for the Wildcats, who will now switch kickers. And they're going to move the ball forward. Yes, Portillo gets to move it forward to about the 27. So 37 out for Portillo. Boot goes long and into the middle, headed by Hawkins. Susi makes the recovery. And Eli Susi boots it on out of there. Picked up by Bayer. Austin Bayer turned on it. Valentin got a foot on it, rolls out. Be a throw-in for Woodstock Academy. As we've reached the 3-minute mark in this one. Wilcox tried to get it over to Armbruster, and it went out. Be a throw-in for Mr. Perkins.
And subs coming in for both teams, and the clock is stopped at 2:58.
They will do that because you have a winning team, right, or the team in the lead subbing out within the first 5, or in the last 5. So thus they do stop the clock on those substitutions. That one I do like the rule, okay?
Yes.
That used to be the game. Yeah, I don't even know if I call that gamesmanship. I call that playing the clock, which is not great. Ball hit Perkins, went out, be a throw-in for Woodstock Academy. Ball is picked up there by Garrett Bushy, right around the 40. Over to Nate Fosher. He lost it out of bounds. Throw in for NFA. And the time is ticking. 2:19 left in the contest.
If Perkins gets this in before 2:19.
Well, you got to wipe the ball off first. Didn't you know that? I don't know if I've ever seen the ball being wiped off first, but got to make sure it's clean, you know. Headed by Joseph. Hernandez on the ball. Hawkins in the way. Hawkins tries to push him out of the way. Hawkins tried to get to the ball first. Fosher did. Hawkins, that ball goes off of Hernandez. Be a throw-in for Hawkins. Good try by Hernandez to get the call, but that was a no-go. So over in the corner, and the ball needs more cleaning down there, I think. Yeah.
It's going to be a clean ball by the time this one's over.
Hawkins sends it in one time back. Susie catches it before it goes over the end line, tossed it back in because it did go over the end line. I was going to say, okay, why do we have a defender touching? It did go over the end line. So it'll be a goal kick. Hernandez sent it out. Portillo stopped it from going too far. And NFA retained possession briefly. Now being fought for. A little contested ball. Turn, shot, save by Susie. And Susie will boot it out of there as we get close to the 1 minute mark left in this one. That was Fosher on the ball, one times forward. There's a little bit of a break here, and they're going to call the offside. Call it the conclusion to this one in that regard.
Yeah.
Another offside call against the Centaurs. So it'll be a free kick for the Wildcats. We're under a minute to play.
And from a guy who was 15 yards behind
Correct.
the play.
I've never seen a two-man team call more offsides than this. I'm being absolutely honest.
Yeah.
You normally do not see offside called 7 or 8 times, and that's what we've seen today. Ball bounces over the 30. Rigney. That ball is knocked away. Picked up by, I don't know. No one seems to really have control of that one. The Wildcats try to get on it.
That was a
Kicked
hand.
out by Riley Wilcox. Did they get the hand call?
No.
10 seconds to go. It doesn't really matter. It's Katie by the door, as the saying goes.
4, 3,
2, 1.
There it is.
There it is. So we have seen the NFA Wildcats improve to 8-4-1 on the season. They do so with a 2-0 win over the Woodstock Academy Centaurs here at the Bentley Athletic Complex. We'll be back very shortly. We'll wrap this one up in just a moment.
Take it easy and enjoy world-class live music right here in the Quiet Corner. Eagle Mania, the world's greatest Eagles tribute show, is coming to Luce Center for the Arts in Woodstock, Connecticut on October 20th. Live life in the fast lane and avoid the line. Get your tickets today on theloose.org.
Okay, we're just back with you. We're going to wrap it up here from, nope. We're going to be back with you here. Had to push the right button. Found the right button. We're all good. Wrapping this one up, a 2-0 win for NFA. They got a goal in the first 3 minutes by Lewis Hawkins, and then they found another one back with 17:57 left to play by Portillo, Eric Portillo for the Wildcats. They go to 8-4-1 on the season. The Centaurs fall to 2-10-1 on the year. It was senior day, so congratulations to the seniors. Addison Timok and Hunter Haynes here for Woodstock Academy, as well as the seniors from NFA. Hard to believe we've already reached senior day
kidding.
for the fall.
Okay,
anyway.
well, we're halfway through October.
We're halfway. Well, you're right. Right at the halfway mark for the most part. So for Greg Smith, thank you very much for joining me once again.
Sir.
You got to see rainbows today.
I got to see rainbows.
And talk about chai weenies.
Yep. Don't even start.
I'm Mark Allard. Final score from the Bentley Athletic Complex. NFA defeats the Woodstock Academy Centaurs by a final of 2-0. We'll see you again Friday. We have volleyball, most likely. Woodstock Academy taking on SMSA. That game at 5:30. And then again on Saturday at noon, Woodstock Academy football taking on New London right here from